Imagine standing in the middle of a desert ruin. You pull out your camera to take a picture, and the screen suddenly goes black. Tourists visiting Kuldhara frequently report that their electronic devices inexplicably fail among these ancient stones. Walk through the empty streets and you will find an unnatural silence. There are no birds, no ambient sounds of wildlife. It is the signature atmosphere of Asia's most famous abandoned ghost town. Local folklore traces this desolation back to a single moment of tyranny. In the 13th century, the Paliwal Brahmins built a thriving settlement here, but legend says it fell when a local minister, Diwan Salim Singh, became obsessed with the village chief's daughter, delivering a violent ultimatum. Rather than submit, the residents of Kuldhara and 83 surrounding villages packed what they could carry and vanished into the desert overnight. As they left, they reportedly cursed the soil so that no one could ever settle here again. It is the perfect ghost story, but geologists and historians examining the ruins today are uncovering evidence that suggests a very different reality. The legendary curse of Kuldhara obscures a massive environmental tragedy, a catastrophic seismic event that shattered the survival infrastructure of 84 settlements simultaneously. Environmental science provides a rational explanation for the eerie whispers and paranormal encounters reported by visitors. This occurs because of desert acoustics. The extreme silence of the Thar allows wind to whip through the roofless stone structures. The grid-like architecture funnels that moving air through narrow alleys, creating distinct whistling sounds that mimic human whispers. Most ghost tours also omit the existence of an active Hanuman temple on the site. Regular worship continues there today, a detail that contradicts the narrative of a demonic, cursed wasteland. When we turn to the historical record, the villain of the story also begins to dissolve. The real minister, Salim Singh, is well documented in Jaisalmer's municipal archives. Those archives reveal a timeline that disproves the folklore. Salim Singh died in 1881, but documentation from the Paliwal community shows the mass exodus actually occurred in 1887. Salim Singh had been dead for 6 years when the village was abandoned. An overnight escape from his reach is simply factually impossible. The real Kuldhara was a masterclass in desert engineering. The Paliwal Brahmins built a thriving society by mastering agricultural techniques in one of the most arid regions on Earth. This diagram shows their primary survival mechanism. They utilized deep underground water tables that were trapped by naturally occurring layers of gypsum rock. This rock caught and pooled water right at the root level of their crops. A 2017 study on neotectonics compared the ruins of Kuldhara to ancient collapsed Harappan cities. The structural damage found in these homes suggests a violent end rather than a peaceful evacuation. These flattened ruins match the impact of a massive earthquake. This specific pattern of masonry collapse occurs under heavy seismic forces. The quake fractured the earth beneath the village, shattering the gypsum rock layers and destroying the underground water tables they relied upon. Piles of heavy stone rubble and collapsed structural framing serve as physical proof of sudden, catastrophic structural failure. This is the aftermath of a disaster, not gradual decay. The regional economy collapsed simultaneously. Shifting global Silk Road trade routes bypassed the region, leaving the Paliwals financially isolated exactly as their infrastructure shattered. Kuldhara was made uninhabitable by a total systemic collapse, seismic destruction, a broken water table, and the loss of global trade. The migration out of Kuldhara was a desperate, calculated response to a landscape that could no longer sustain life. This raises a psychological question. If the cause was a natural disaster, why did the community preserve the story of a cruel minister and a curse? Humans often find it easier to blame a tangible villain than to accept the terrifying randomness of earthquakes and climate shifts. Mythology provides a sense of control over a tragedy that had none. The curse was likely a final act of communal dignity, a powerful statement that if they could not live on their land with respect, they would ensure no one else could follow. Kuldhara stands as a monument to human ingenuity and a testament to the speed with which nature can erase a civilization.